Well, this is my last devotional, not of just this week, but of this calendar year. The next 3 weeks following this for the devotionals, Mike's going to fill in for another week. Thank you, Mike. The elders are going to bring some meditations, devotionals related to Christmas. Thank you, elders. And David is going to do the final week of December into the first couple days of January. So thank you, David, for the devotionals and also for doing all the editing and everything you do. With that, I just want to say this has been fun for me starting this. I've just really appreciated hearing from those of you who've just been engaging with this. And again, if there's anything that I can do to help increase your understanding of the scriptures, please don't hesitate to ask. All that said, let's get to the last section for this week, Exodus chapter 12, verses 1 to 30. In this section, we see the institution of Passover. This would become one of the three great Jewish religious festivals that all Jewish males under the Old Covenant were supposed to go to Jerusalem to attend. It was held annually to commemorate the passing over of God in this plague of the firstborn, passing over the Israelite households and afflicting only the Egyptian ones. We see in this chapter how Israel was to prepare to slaughter a lamb or a goat that had no defect, to take the blood and to smear it on the top of the door frame and on the sides. Now, there's some who really like the symbolism of this, and I think goes definitely a step further than the text would ever suggest. And that the blood dropping is a line this way, and then you draw an imaginary line between the side doorposts and you get a cross. No ancient Israelite, no Old Covenant Israelite reading this up until the crucifixion of Jesus would ever have had this thought. So as long as we don't make it a sign pointing to the cross in here, I'm good. They're to take this animal. They're to kill it, take the blood, because the blood was going to be a sign as a substitute that as the angel or as God kind of passed over, they would see the blood, and that blood is, oh, death has happened here. There is a substitute, and God passed over. Okay? So they're to eat this meal, leaving nothing behind. If you can't eat the whole animal, invite another family in, share the whole thing. If you still can't finish it, burn the rest. Be dressed, ready to go, to travel. This was going to be a permanent celebration, a permanent remembrance, because Passover was a defining moment in the nation of Israel's history. It's a reminder of God's rescuing power from slavery for them, a slavery that would become symbolic of all kinds of slavery, and a symbol of God's power to deliver from even the most powerful and oppressive enemies. This is a celebration that was to teach each successive generation the saving power of God. And this section ends with a simple statement that I'm paraphrasing here. That night, God struck down all the firstborn sons in Egypt, from the lowest to Pharaoh, even the firstborn of the remaining livestock. And the cries of the nation were those of mourning. See, Passover was going to be a central festival for the Jewish people throughout the years. And it would be something Jesus would repurpose at his Last Supper, that Passover meal where he essentially told them, I am the fulfillment of that symbolism, and what I am about to do, all of Passover was pointing to. Thought for today. What stories of God's activity in your life are you passing on to successive generations? In your family in particular, but just in general. If God is Lord of your life, You have a story of his rescue in some manner, in some degree. And it's not about comparison. It's not about, I was saved from this, but this person, wow, they had a lot rougher go and they had a lot more that God had to free them from. It's not a comparison game because it's not about you. It's about God. Do those around you know what he is doing and has done in your life? Will you share it and share it again as God gives you opportunity? Not being obnoxious about it, but not shying away from his redeeming power in your life. Ask God for opportunities. So for the last time in this setting for me this year, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you. May the Lord be gracious to you. And today, the rest of this year, may you know his peace. God bless.